Welcome to Shambani Farm, and today I want to speak about the availability of Boer goats here in Tanzania. There's been a call or questioning by a lot of people, a lot of farmers that I've come across that would like to know whether Boer goats are really available here in Tanzania and whether if they will be able to get access to them. So in this video, I am going to tackle this question. But before we get into that, I would like first to ask you, my fellow dear farmer, or a person who is interested in goat farming, to first subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out any of the Shambani Farm videos that we upload on, on our channel constantly. And please remember to click on the bell button right there so that you get notified whenever there are any new uploads on our channel. Now, let's go straight into it. Are Boer goats available in Tanzania? Are there farmers that have Boer goats here in Tanzania? A straight answer to that is yes. There are farmers who have Boer goats in Tanzania. Starting here at home at Shambani Farm, we do have Boer goats available here in Tanzania. We have them in our farm here in Dar es Salaam. But today I'm here at Kibindu Base. That's why you're seeing local small East African goats just behind me, and you're not seeing the Boer goats. But we do have Boer goats in our farm, and there are a few more farmers who have Boer goats here in Tanzania. However, I must say that they're very few, and therefore, in the way I try to calculate the numbers, I would say maybe there are around 60 pure 100% Boer goats here in Tanzania. I went around the country looking for Boer goats, and to be honest, I had failed to find pure Boer goats here in Tanzania. And reason why I decided to go outside the country to South Africa to look for Boer goats. So the goats that we have here at Shambani Farm are pure 100%, and they come straight from South Africa, which is basically the source of pure origin Boer goats. That's where they originate. Now, as I mentioned, that there are a few other farmers who have 100% pure Boer goats, and most of them also did get them from South Africa. There are also some other farms, for example, the Tarili, which is the sort of like a research center for livestock breeding. It's located in Mpwapwa, Dodoma, and they do have Boer goats. And a few other farmers that I personally know that are close friends of mine do have also pure Boer goats. But there are also farms that I went to where I was told they do have pure goats, and I found out that they don't really have pure goats. There is one organization that I was told is based in Dodoma. They said they have pure Boer goats, and after engagement with them for several times, requesting for me to go and see them, I realized they didn't have. They came through and said, no, honestly, we don't have Boer goats at the moment. We used to have them. We used to import them and sell to farmers. And when I requested for contacts of the farmers they have sold to, who still have the Boer goats, they failed to give me that. So I concluded that they didn't have Boer goats. And when of course I also heard that the National Ranch in Gerengere that they would have Boer goats. I did go to them with a view of wanting to buy these pure Boer goats. But when I arrived there, I will be honest that I didn't see pure 100% Boer goats. I did see goats that are of high percentage Boer, but they are not 100% pure goats, and therefore I cannot say that they are pure 100% Boer goats. I think they're a little bit mixed. So in my endeavor trying to get Boer Goats in Tanzania, even from Tarili, I wasn't able to, because even Tarili were not selling their Boer Goats given the project that they're currently doing, and therefore I decided to go out to South Africa. That's where I was able to buy my Boer Goats and bring them here. So you can be assured that the Boer Goats we have here at Shambani Farm, they're 100% pure stud material, high genetic Boer Goats breeds that come from South Africa. These are not just they're not just head animals, but they are pedigree Boer Goats that we brought from South Africa. Now, I think the most important question for most of you will be, if you are looking to buy Boer Goats here in Tanzania, would you be able to find a seller here in Tanzania, basically a farmer or a business person who is selling pure 100% Boer Goats here in Tanzania? My answer to that will be that it will be very, very difficult to find one seller who is selling his pure Boer Goat here in Tanzania. The reason why I'm saying that is because all the farmers that I know, including Tarili, the research project, um, they are not selling their Boer Goats. They are 100% pure Boer Goats at the moment. Tarili, because they have a project that they are working on, which is mainly on uh, creating a different breed of their own that is going to be a wonderful breed for local farmers, that is combining the small East African goats, our own local goats, and a dairy goat, and then a Boer, so that they create this animal that is has got a blend of dairy, meat, and local for high resistance to the local environmental diseases, and then Boer for the meat aspect of it, and then the dairy for the ability to produce more milk, so that the kids can grow faster and bigger. So this breed they have created there, and they are already selling it to farmers who are interested. So for most farmers who are interested in that breed, you should be able to get that breed from Tarili. But of course, as I said, it's not 100% pure Boer Goat, and they're not selling their 100% pure Boer Goats. So where else can you get? Starting with ourselves here at Shambani Farm, we are not yet selling our Boer Goats. And many of other farmers that I've come across as well, who are also breeders of Boer Goats, or who have Boer Goats in their farm, they are at similar stage as us here at Shambani Farm, where the biggest interest is to breed these Boer Goats and have a good quantity of them before they can start selling the Boer Goats to others. As you would imagine, going all the way to South Africa or to any country to import your goats here, you'd have a really good, solid reason why you want to buy that breed. And I don't think it will be just to buy for resale. Most of these are farmers who have got very good projects, and they want to build these breed for very long, for the future of their business, and therefore they wouldn't bring, for example, 10 bucks, Boer bucks, and then sell 5 of them or any number of them, because the ones they would bring is are meant for a project which they're working on, and therefore I don't think any one of them will be interested in selling. So it's not that I just don't think, is I know most of them are not interested in selling. Just like ourselves here at Shambani Farm, we're not yet interested in selling at this minute. So if you ask me, then what can a local farmer who wants to get Boer Goats do? The first approach, I would say, or one of the approach, will be to venture outside of the country and buy Boer Goats from those other countries. And for me, my first option would be South Africa, because then you're guaranteed of getting a pure animal coming from the origin of the animal, because South Africa is where these goats are coming from, and you are hardly going to find inbreeding in South Africa, because they have plenty of the genetical materials that they need to keep on breeding these animals. Other countries like Kenya and Uganda, there are farmers who have these goats. So you can consider going to Kenya and Uganda. These are very nearby countries. But as I mentioned before, they are also at a stage where I don't think they have too much genetic material for them to start selling their pure 100% Boer goats. I'll explain this a bit in this aspect. Most of the farmers who go outside to bring these breeds, they want to breed them, to bring them, and if they are buying male and female, they want that male and female to continue breeding so that they continue getting pure breeds. And most of these farmers will not be able to afford to be bringing pure breed every time. So a lot of times you may find that there's a little bit of inbreeding in there. Some may a little bit term it as line breeding, but I see it as a lot of inbreeding when you have a mother, no, a father breeding a daughter, and or even a son breeding the mother, or siblings breeding amongst each other. So those are cases that you'll find very often with this breed, especially because we don't have too much genetic material that is available. So in Kenya and Uganda, they have not yet gone to that stage where they have too many Boer goats now to say, you know, my farm has got 100 Boer goats, so now I need to exchange, or I need to sell them and start making money out of them. Most of them would be crossbreeding with their local goats, and when they do that, so you end up with an animal that is maybe a percentage Boer, let's say 50% Boer, 75% Boer goat, or even 87% Boer goats. So those are the highest levels I think they have reached, because they haven't started this very long ago. Uganda particularly, I think is a bit ahead in this aspect, with the government also having played part in this, helping farmers in Uganda by bringing, you know, these breeds from South Africa, particularly the Savannah breed. So the savannah in Uganda is very, very popular. I think they've got now some good numbers out there, but whether they are all 100%, that I cannot guarantee, because even the government project that was about bringing the savannah breed into Uganda was meant to then cross those goats with the local goats to create crosses, and therefore second phase. So you do the uh, breed change, so to speak, by continually breed the crossbreeds to the original breed, exotic breed, so that it continues to upgrade the percentage to reach to the highest level. But as you would know, for you to get to 100% Boer or any other breed that you're trying to breed into your farm, you need to go through quite a number of phases. So phase one is you create the F1 breed, which will have 50% Boer and 50% your local breed. Here I'm using Boer as an example for that breed upgrade. And then when you cross F1 again with Boer, you then get F2, which is about 75% Boer, and then the rest the local breed. And then you get F3, and then F3 you cross it again to the original Boer breed, then you'll get 87% Boer in your goat. After that, you'll have an F4 doe, and then that F4 doe you breed it again to the 100% Boer, and you'll get an F5 breed, which is about 93% Boer, and the rest the local breed. You'll continue that way up until F7, and F7 will be around 99.6 percent Boer, and then the rest will be the local breed. And I think if you go up to F8 or up to F10, that might just tend to be 100% Boer breed. So this is what the farmers would want to go through in order to convert their breed from the local breed to the new breed, or the exotic breed. In this case, we're speaking about a Boer or any other breed that they want to then change their genetics to. Now, how many years does it take for that phase to go through? I'll be honest, it takes quite a while, because if you take an F1, if you breed your goats today with an exotic breed, it will take 5 months for that goat to give birth. After 5 months, the kids that will be born have to grow for about a year before they can be mounted. And then, so now you're talking about 1.5 years for that kid now to be bred. When that kid is bred, it will take about another 5 months for that kid to give birth. So the F1 will give birth after 5 months. That we're talking now 2 years, and you'll have an F2. Then the F2 being crossed back to a pure Boer will take at least a year before it can be allowed to breed. So that's a 3rd year, and then it will be bred, and then it will take 5 months for that to then produce a kid. So 3.5 years, then you're getting an F3 kid. For the F3 kid to again be bred, it will take another year for the kid to grow up until it's 1 year old. That is 4.5 years, and then you'll then breed it, and then it will take 5 months again for it to give birth to a kid. So that again is 5 years for you to just get up to almost around an F4. You realize what is the percentage I mentioned about F4, F1 being 50%, F2 being 75%, F3 being 87%, and F4 it's going to be around 93%. So up to get up to 93%, you need at least around 5 years. So how many of our farmers here in Tanzania or in Kenya and Uganda have had these breeds for that long, for 5 years? Very few to say the least. So in this aspect, that's what I'm saying, that you will not find 100% pure Boer goats or red Kalahari or Savannah here in Tanzania that a farmer has produced themselves locally and is ready to start selling them, unless it's a huge project that brought pure Boer female goats from South Africa in huge numbers and bucks in huge numbers for them to breed very quickly. But I haven't seen such kind of project here in Tanzania. And even in Uganda and Kenya, there are also very few of such kind of projects. So the alternative really, as I mentioned, for you local farmers here in Tanzania, is to go out there and look for these pure breeds particularly in South Africa, because that guarantees you to get the pure 100%. In Kenya and Uganda, if you're not worried of getting a 87% to a 93%, but also I think in Zambia and a little bit in Malawi as well, you can be able to get these breeds as well. So I think that's it from me in terms of the availability of Boer goats in Tanzania. Yes, they are there, 100% pure. I think the numbers are not so big, maybe around 60, maybe 70, I don't know. But based on the information I have on farms I've visited, on farmers that I know that have pure 100%, those are the numbers I'm looking at. There are some crosses that I've come across here, and there could be more crosses than more pure goats in here in Tanzania. So those are there as well. But if you want to get pure bred Boer goats, the best alternative approach will be to go out there outside of the country to look for them, because you will not be able to find them here in Tanzania uh, cheaply or easily, because the farmers that have them have their own objectives and goals, and I don't think their key objective is to selling those breeds that they have worked so hard to bring in the country. So that's it from me, from Shambani Farm. I thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. I know it's been really long, but I had to speak about this subject because a lot of people have been asking. So thank you so much. Thank you for your patronage to our channel. If you haven't subscribed, again, I ask you to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on new videos that we upload. Thank you so much and stay well. Cheers.